You are now in Devil's Den. While there are many stories surrounding the name of these large boulders, one local story given credence refers to a large snake that lived in a cavern or den among the boulders behind you. Local townsfolk named the snake the Devil, and thus this area became known as Devil's Den. On July 2, 1863, when Daniel Sickles marched his men forward from their original positions, the soldiers who were on Little Round Top moved down here to Devil's Den. At the same time the Confederates were assaulting Little Round Top, the Southerners attempted to take this position. But unlike Little Round Top, an onslaught of Georgians and Texans overran the Union line here about 6 p.m. The Confederates then used the boulders as protection to shoot at Union troops along the crest of Little Round Top. Following the battle, this area became very popular with the photographers who came to visit the battlefield. In many cases, however, it took several days for them to reach Gettysburg. When the photographers finally did arrive, they were greeted by a horrific scene here in the area around Little Round Top and Devil's Den. On this part of the battlefield, there were still many soldiers who had not yet been buried. Turning their camera lenses toward these men, photographers like Timothy O'Sullivan and Alexander Gardner captured, printed, and displayed the horrors of war for civilians back home. Several sections of the battlefield received new names as a result of the terrible carnage wrought there. The slaughter pen was the area between the base of Big Round Top and Devil's Den. Plum Run became Bloody Run when this small stream reportedly ran red with the blood of the soldiers. And finally, the ground at the base of Little Round Top became known as the Valley of Death. Even today, more than 100 years later, the photographs recorded here provide a haunting and grisly reminder of the cruelty of war and the ferocity of the fighting that occurred on the very soil upon which you now stand. If you would like, take a moment to explore the area, comparing the pictures in your field guide book with the actual locations. The boulders and the surrounding terrain appear much as they did in 1863. When you are ready, we'll be heading to the scene of some of the toughest fighting in the Battle of Gettysburg. For that matter, in the entire Civil War, the area known as the Wheat Field.